I'll give you an MVP on offense, then on defense. I'm saying it. That's it. MVP of not only offense but of the league. I'm saying it now. I'm putting it out there. Whether it happens or not, I don't care.
Do it.
It will happen.
Do it.
Derek Carr is going to be the MVP of the damn NFL this season under the new coaching staff. And with Davante Adams, Derek Carr has seen and done it all. He's been through the ringer, and I think it finally just, and he's like, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. And Derek Carr is the MVP on offense for the Raiders and of the NFL. Then on defense, I don't know if it's going on a limb, but for the Raiders, the MVP will be officially. Should I do it?
Of course.
Jonathan Abram.
Whoa, holy shit. Wow.
I think he's going to put it all together in his last year without a fifth-year option. He's going to have 3, 4, 5 interceptions, some big tackles. He's going to build a winning culture on the defense right when he's possibly out the door. And he's going to make a lot of money in free agency, whether it be from the Raiders or somebody else. Jonathan Abram, MVP on defense for the Raiders.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
But those are bold. That's what I'm saying. They're bold.
Shit, that's about as bold as you can get. I respect your hustle on that one,
I
Mikey.
can get bolder. Just show me a hot-breasted Latina.
Hey,
I can get a lot more. I don't want to make love to her.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to want to make love to her and give her my donkey lips.
I bet that's not the first time you've used that line.
I've used that line
for many, many years. Yeah,
doesn't work. Who's your bold? What's your bold predictions? Or I'm sorry, MVP on defense, offense.
Offense, I agree with you 100%. It's Derek Carr, and I'm going to paint a little scenario for you all out there.
Will he be the MVP of the league, of the NFL?
Maybe. I mean,
put it out there, Murf.
I think he's in conversation for it. He's certainly going to be the MVP of the Raiders. But here's why. When you look at the days of, I'm going to bring him up again just to piss everybody off. Look at the days of Tom Brady when he was, even with what he's doing now with the Buccaneers, but especially when he was with the Patriots. He was your MVP, but that the players that were involved in that offense weren't like the best statistical MVP type player in terms of like at their position. They weren't great fantasy players is what I'm getting at. Same thing with Drew Brees. When Drew Brees was having some of the best years of his career, you didn't know who to start on the Saints offense because one week it was Marquez Colston and next week it was Reggie Bush. The ball would spread around all over the place. So that's why I say that Derek Carr is going to be your MVP for the Raiders and potentially the league, is that he has all the targets. There's someone is going to be open. My buddy QB Jeff says it all the time. You can't cover everyone. Like you can't. Like if you're going to double someone else is going to get a single one-on-one. Well, who are you going to one-on-one? Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. One of those guys are going to get singled up every single play. So guess what Derek's going to do? He'd be spraying the ball all over the place. So I don't know if Davante Adams is going to go off and have a big season. Of course, he'll have 1,000 yards and whatever. He'll have a significant statistical season, but so will everybody else. But Derek is going to be the guy with the monster season. So I agree with you 100%. I think that Derek Carr is your MVP.
I'm just tired of week to week either Derek Carr loving or hating. Myself personally, I'm tired of it because again he proves who else do we got? Then on top of that, he goes through everything. He builds the team together. They come together. They lose Henry Ruggs. He kills a woman. They still come together. They make the playoffs. And then people still want to call out Derek Carr. Well, on the field, he's not the greatest. I don't care anymore. He's done it all. He's seen it all. This is his time. And even if he doesn't become the MVP of the league, or even the Raiders this season, which he will be no matter what, he's already the MVP. For the Raiders as a whole, no matter what.
So here's a bold prediction for you, and here's something that we discussed on the show the other day on our show, Raiders Fan Radio. I posed the question to the guys, and I pose it to you and everybody that's in the chat tonight too, Mikey. when you look at the lineage of great Raiders quarterbacks, it's a pretty short list, right? You got Stabler, LaMonica, Jim Plunkett, okay? Stabler was a very clutch player, not a dynamic passer, all right? Daryl LaMonica was a dynamic passer, the best arm the league, one of the best arms the league has ever seen, but not incredibly clutch at times and didn't have enough opportunity, frankly, to be so. Plunkett was a two-time Super Bowl winning champion, yes, but really was carried on the backs of the defenses that in which he played. And I don't think anybody can argue that when you have Hayes and Haynes in the secondary, and Matt Millen and Howie Long. And I mean, it's like, it goes on and on. So all that being said, Derek Carr is the most prolific passer the Raiders have ever seen statistically. Well, now he's got a more talented arm than Kenny Stabler. He's more clutch than Daryl LaMonica. So the only thing left for him to do is win to equal Jim Plunkett. And guess what? Derek Carr is going to be arguably the greatest Raiders quarterback ever. Yes, he's got to win, and that's a big if. But we're right on the precipice. If he has this MVP type season and he does take us to a Super Bowl, God forbid they win it, now Derek is in the conversation for the greatest we've ever had wear silver and black and play quarterback. That is a significant moment for not only him, but for more importantly for us as fans, because he don't give a shit about all that stuff. He just wants to win, and all players do. It's their job. They just want to go out there and win, take it game to game, and blah, 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 blah. But in terms of the lexicon of fandom, for somebody that's been a fan of this team for almost 50 freaking years, that's a big deal to me. And to a lot of other people I know, that Derek Carr is very close to becoming one of those, like the made of the made men. What do you think about that, Mikey?
Just to end it here, I mean, like I said, Derek Carr is not a player without his critiques. And you said, he's more clutch than, who did you say it was? LaMonica. But I'm just going to be honest. I didn't watch LaMonica a lot, so I have no reference point. But Derek Carr, he had some issues with clutchness at a lot of opportunities. I'm just going to say that he's not without his faults.
Sure.
So he's getting better. He's figuring it out, and I'm just tired of hating. I'm tired of Raider Nation and everybody every week. Oh, he threw an interception. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. Again, he brought this team together beyond football. That's it. He is the most stable force within the Las Vegas Raiders. Is
100%.
it our owner? Is it Mark Davis? No. Because all the decisions he's doing, is it our president? Is it our coaching staff? Who's the most stable thing on the Vegas Raiders that you can look to and say, he's always going to be there? He's always going to say he loves you or be there for you like a family. It's Derek Carr. He's the Raiders. He's the man. That's it. I'm done with it. No critiques necessary. I love this man, and I'm saying that moving forward. Who's your MVP on defense?
Max Crosby. Let's effing go, man. 98
That guy is a Raider. That's why another reason I'm proud. That guy's a Raider.
He freaking look, and I follow a handful of Raiders on the social media, and I'm not a big fan of making commentary on other gentlemen's bodies, but I will say this. He put up a post on his Instagram today. Dude looks ripped. He is freaking ready to go. And he did this killer offseason program. He's got the $98.98 million in the bag. Not only did he secure the bag, so many Raiders secured the bag in this offseason, and congratulations to those guys that did that. But I'm looking for big, big things from Max Crosby. And not that we're not going to see big things out of Chandler Jones too, but, Max Crosby's the young man, and he's coming into the prime of his career. And I think we're going to see him go nuts, because just like on the offensive side, you can't cover everybody. You can only double team one of those two guys. And I got a feeling Chandler Jones is going to get a majority of the double teams, and Max Crosby is just going to go ape shit. And so I definitely think he's going to be your MVP. Your sneaky MVP could be Anthony Averett. Because, again, the turnovers. If he can get the turnovers, that's going to be a big deal, because we just haven't seen him. And what did Hayward do? Why was Hayward our best defensive player last year? Well, because he picked off the freaking Chargers to help get us into the playoffs.
I would say Denzel Perryman was our best player last year.
Well, that's fair, too. Very, very fair argument as well. I 100% agree with you there. But and he didn't really create the turnovers, but he was just a stalwart for us and was a tackle machine. So,
One
but
and
anyway,
done with Casey Hayward and our defensive coordinator from last year. One and done.
yeah, I'm not going to miss that cover 3. Thanks, Gus.
Yeah. Oh, I want to be everybody's friend. You watch all the videos with him. Hey, what's going on? Did you watch a movie this weekend? You're gonna throw in some insults, get them fired up for some defense, make them hate you like what's the guy's name? Rob, the old Ryan. Buddy Ryan, make them hate you like Buddy Ryan. Make the offense literally hate the defense. Make the offense and the defense have a brawl in training camp on the field. Make the offense hate the defense and the defense hate the offense.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. Breakout player. Let me give you mine. My breakout player, you told me. I'm going to say Zamir White.
Well,
Let's go.
Yeah, and then so are we talking about for all players?
In general, like somebody that was really not expected to maybe be the starter, make the team, and be a big impact. Somebody that wasn't expected.
All right, just in the spirit of conversation, since you know what a fan I am already of Zamir White, I'm going to go with Divine Diablo because of the impact that he had late in the year last year by playing defense and effectively starting at middle linebacker. I think there's going to be a lot of good to be had out of his game this year, and I'm stoked to watch that young man and see what he does.
Yeah, the only reason I went along with you with Zamir White was because, again, even though he was drafted kind of high or whatever, again, he's got Drake in front of him, Josh Jacobs, he's got Amir Abdullah, he's got Brandon Bolden in front of him. If he ends up being the starter and a breakout, that's pretty good.
It's huge. That's huge. Yeah, good call.
All right, let's go over the win-loss as quick as possible. Just give me a win or a loss when I ask you the game. We'll start.
Okay, I can't see the screen, so give me them. Yeah, because I don't remember them all.
Yeah, I can barely see it as well. My graphics are so ridiculous. But preseason, it's the Hall of Fame game versus the Jaguars. Win-loss.
Win.
I give them a W. I predicted that earlier. You know what? I shouldn't write down preseason. The Vikings in week 2 of preseason.
Win.
I'm going to give that one a loss just because they're fooling with the playbook and, trying to figure a few things out. Week 3 versus at the Dolphins in preseason.
Win.
I'm going to give that one a W. Here we go. The Patriots in preseason in week 4. Coach's revenge.
Win. I'm going to be at that game.
That's awesome. That's going to be a
me
W.
Me and my girl Valerie are headed out there to Vegas, spend the weekend, and we're going to take in the game. It's a Friday night game.
Damn, maybe I should try to go. I got to get out.
Come on, Mikey.
I give it a W as well. I think that's the game that he's going to look forward to, but I don't think he's going to give up a lot in that game, so it might be a loss because we play the Patriots later in the season. But I'm going to give it a win. Why not? Started off with some good controversy in the media.
Preseason.
When we do play them later. Week 1.
We're at the Chargers, right?
Yeah, at the Chargers, week 1.
Yeah, that's a huge game for us. Way to set the tone for the season, especially, look, they're going to be out for blood, being that we knocked them out last year. So this is going to be a hell of a game in LA. Raider fans are going to take over the place as we always do. And that's a W for the Raiders.
I agree. W, week 1 for the Raiders. Arizona, week 2, at home.
Yeah, that's the home opener. You got to win the home opener, right? So I think the Cardinals to me are one of those teams that are just a wee bit overrated. Like I get that Kyler Murray is a highlight reel and all that kind of stuff, but there's not a lot of consistency there. And then there's these questions about his heart being in it and all this stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not sold on the Cardinals. So, yeah, give us a W.
I give it a W as well, just because I predicted the Raiders to start 3-0. Then we're at Tennessee, the game that you're going to be at, and you're going to have all these events.
Yeah, so just super fast, if you just allow me to. So we're going to do we're going to meet up on Friday night. Then we're going to do the Music City Raider Nation party downtown at Bowie's on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we're going to do our joint tailgate with the Bussin' with the Boys crew, probably at one of the bars downtown, likely Acme Feed and Seed. And so we'll be down there leading right up to game time. And then as soon as our tailgate's over, we're going to walk across the pedestrian bridge and go to the game. So if you're coming to Nashville for the Raiders-Titans game, holler at your guy, shout us out at Raiders Fan Radio, or you can hit me on Twitter at _Murf, because we want to meet up with you for sure, especially on Sunday during the game. And after we walk across that pedestrian bridge to go watch the Raiders win, because the Raiders, I've seen now the Raiders, well, I've seen them play there a million times in Nashville, but the last 3 times we played 3 years in a row in Nashville and beat their ass all 3 times. The Titans only beat us with the last game in 19 in Oakland. So yeah, there's three. It's
a W. It means it's a W.
Yeah. There you go. I'll give you that one or this one. There's a 3 that way.
That's a W.
Yeah, they're good.
So we're gonna
however, we can whatever we can do all the W's. We can throw them all up there. Anyway, here we go. There's another one for you. Anyways, point being though, we're gonna whip their ass, and I think that this is gonna be a badass game. This is gonna be a bloodbath. It's not gonna be a blowout. This is gonna be a freaking gritty ass football game because both these teams are gritty and gnarly, and I cannot wait.
Both coaches from the Patriots want to prove something.
There's so much going on. There's so many dynamics. There's so many rivalries going on in this one. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be hot as shit because it's hot that time of year here in Nashville. And it's a noon game local time, so it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great.
Week 4 versus the Denver Broncos.
W. We're beating their ass this year. The Broncos are so freaking overrated. Give me a break.
I should give it a W, but I only predicted the Raiders to start 3-0. So, just because of my philosophy was bad going into this segment, I'm going to give them an L. Even though I know it's going to be a W. I think the Raiders are going to be a little bit tired. They won so much in the preseason. They're going to be stupid and take a week off, and then Derek Carr's going to yell at everybody, and they're going to take a week off and hope to beat them because they got Kansas City coming up next. So wait. So you got them with a W, and then I got them with an L. Then we got at Kansas City, and that is is that a Monday? I think that's a Monday night game.
Yeah, it's a primetime game, and so this is not.
Are you going to start the talk where you have to rap if we beat them at home?
Hell yeah! Kansas City? If we beat them, I will rap on this show. It's with on this show or our show or wherever else. That's the bet that I've always been willing to make, is that if we beat Kansas City, I'll rap, and I've only had to do it once in 3 years. So I think we're gonna get smoked in this game. This is gonna be one of those. So the Raiders are gonna get hyped. They're gonna be 4-0 going into this. It's a primetime game. We're all going to be out of our freaking skins because we're so good and we're so convinced that this is going to be our year and blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to go out and because if you think about the track record, what is it? And that's what happens is that we get into these games where it's like the world is watching and we get blasted. And so but as we go on, you'll hear a different Murf coming out. But in terms of this singular game, I have a very defeatist attitude around it because we're going to be like, oh, they don't have Tyreek Hill now. Orlando Brown's holding out or whatever the hell. There's going to be all these weaknesses and blah, blah. Yeah, all right. Watch, Patrick's going to still go out there and throw for 400 yards and beat our ass.
I think this is the game where Derek Carr solidifies himself in the MVP running. He finally puts it all together. And this is the game that solidifies Derek Carr to the NFL, to the media, that we ain't no joke. We beat Kansas City, and we are now 4-1. And there we go. I'll leave it at that.
I hope you're right. I hope I'm dead ass wrong.
So do I. And then we got the bye week. Then we got the Texans coming up at Texas Stadium in week 7. I'm going to predict this one as a W.
Oh, we're home. We're home on that one.
Is it say at? It says
yeah, we're home. Raiders
versus Texans.
So. Yeah, versus, not at.
Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking at home. Mikey.
Yeah, we win that game. I mean, talk about an under-talented football team. We better win that one. There's always a game that we should win and don't, and then shouldn't win and do, but we're not there yet. I'll get to that later on. But yes, I think that we beat this guy.
Yeah, I'm so bad with I'm trying to figure out how to write all this stuff down because I want to keep track of it like we did last year. Last year, you predicted the Raiders 11-7, making the playoffs. I predicted them 10-6, which they were, and we both predicted them as a wild card. But I think they were not the wild card, or they were the first wild card, like the best
first wild
position.
card.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. Where are we? The Texans, I believe. They got no coaching staff. No, I believe we get another W.
Yeah, we can win that one. Yeah.
All right. Then the Saints or the Aints at home.
Yeah,
no, that's at
on the
Saints.
road. Yeah, we're on the road. We lose that one in the Superdome.
I agree, actually. I don't know why, but I'm going to give them a loss here and there. Then we're at the Jaguars, the Jaguars.
Yeah, this is one of them.
9. Sorry, I can't see it.
That's okay. This is one of those dumb ones where it's like, what the hell happened? Like when we lost to the Falcons at one time. Yeah, I think we're going to lose on the road. East Coast time zone. So a team we absolutely have no business losing to. Like this is the one where we come away and go like, what the hell was that?
I think we lose that one as well. Dang, I can't believe I'm agreeing with 2 losses in a row. Then we got the Colts in week 10 at home.
I think that's our first home loss.
Wow. I'm going to
Colts
say
are gonna be freaking good, man.
the Colts are good, but who's their quarterback?
Matt Ryan.
Exactly. We get a W.
Okay.
He blows it at the end with a bad mistake.
Okay.
He had shades of Julio Jones in his vision. Because remember, Julio never caught touchdowns. But it's all right, now we got the Denver Broncos at Broncos. So, see, the first one was at home. I should have gave it a win, but I'm going to stick by it. So, at Denver.
At the Broncos. We're going to beat them in the snow. W.
I'm down for that one. I wish I didn't think in my brain every time I see the word at, I think at home. I wish that would get out of my brain, but it won't leave me. Every time I read the word at, I'm thinking at home, and I hate my brain. Seattle Sea Chickens in week 12.
They're going to be terrible. So, yeah, we win there.
Agreed. Are you keeping track, too? Because I hope my numbers are right at the end. The Chokers at home in December, in week whatever that is. I can't read it.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, again, we've got them.
They won in week 1, according to both of us.
Yeah, this might be another one that we lose at home, and I hate that.
I'm going to actually agree with you. So now we got the LA Rams. Is that a Sunday night? Thursday night? I believe that's Thursday night football in LA, which is, I'm going to call it a home game. Week 14.
Yeah, we beat their ass.
Wow. I'm going to say we lose to them. Then we got the Patriots. Back-to-back primetime games on Sunday night football in week 15 versus the Patriots.
I think we're good. I think that's like you said, that's a revenge game. I think everyone's going to be hyped for that thing, man. Everyone in the organization, they're going to be hyped for every game, and they'll tell you going in. I can just hear the coach speak now. Oh, we're just taking this like it's another game, and it doesn't mean anything personal to us. About bullshit, man. They want to beat Belichick. So I definitely think that the Raiders get a W there.
I think because we beat them in the preseason, that we have an actual loss versus the Patriots in the regular season. Because, it's going to be Belichick versus his protege.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving it a loss. Even though I really want them to win. Trust me, I want the Raiders to win every game, guys.
Of course you do.
Then in week 14, 15, 16, at Pittsburgh.
Oh, freaking Christmas Eve, man.
Oh, yeah, that's Christmas.
It's Christmas Eve, but I think the Steelers are down, man. I can't see us losing that game. I don't know. I mean, we played great on Christmas Eve last year when we beat the Cowboys, right? So, I mean, I think we're fine. I'm always weary of the East Coast games because the Raiders historically have not done well on the East Coast, but we've seemed to kind of exercise that demon the past year or two. So I think we're fine. So and being that it's prime time, I think we're going to be okay. So I think we beat the Steelers.
I give that one a W as well. I think we always play the Steelers well, and I think we'll get a victory on Christmas. That means a lot to Derek Carr and his religious aspects. So Then we got the very interesting team in Week 17, the 40 Whiners.
Gosh, they're freaking. Who knows what you're going to get with them? But they're the Niners, man. So let's beat them.
So you give that a W. I give us a loss versus the 40 Whiners.
Okay.
Now, to end the season, possible playoffs on the line, I believe, in both of our records, versus Kansas City at home. Here we go.
I think we knocked them out just like we knocked out the Chargers, and that's my bold prediction on the season. I don't think the Chiefs make the playoffs this year. Boom!
Boom! Like the John Gruden idiot statement in the Super Bowl where he beat us. Boom!
That's it. I think that, and I stole that from my Uncle Mosh, but I think that's the damn truth. I think the Chiefs are going to have a down year. They've gotten dinged up too much. The contracts finally caught up with them. We talk about that all the time. You can't live in salary cap, heaven for long. Eventually it catches up with you. And Juju Smith-Schuster does not scare me one single bit versus a Tyreek Hill. So you got an aging Travis Kelce. You got, you know what I mean? Their defense has kind of always been questionable, but has stepped up when it's needed to. You got this Orlando Brown volatility going on. Like, I'm telling you, man, I think the Chiefs are going to finally take a step back this year. Patrick won't. Patrick's Patrick. He's going to be great. But
they've taken a step back in both seasons, previous two seasons, in my opinion. But guess what happened in Week 4 for the Raiders in 2022? In Week 4. Derek Carr solidified himself in the MVP race in Week 4 when we beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. Now the Raiders are at home versus Kansas City. Derek Carr wins the MVP race and talk against Patrick Mahomes in Week 17 versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and we get a damn victory to lead us into the playoffs, and we're going to go somewhere this year. I'm predicting AFC Championship this year. Then in 2024, when the Super Bowl is in Vegas, I guarantee you we're going to be there.
Like it, Mikey.
So what's our records? I'm going to try to count correctly. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From my possible recollection, I probably made mistakes. I have us 10-7. So that means we probably made a wild card, and then we go somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you had us losing against Kansas City or winning?
No, winning that last one.
Okay, so then you have us at 11-6.
11-6. There you go.
You know what? I'm gonna say we'll probably be 11-6.
That could be good enough to win the division. Because here's the thing: is that everyone's like, "Oh no, now the Raiders got to play Russ, and all the Raiders got to play Herbert, and all we got to play Mahomes." Yeah, and they all got to play all of each other too. Like, this is the most competitive division in all of football. And when you get the most competitive division in all of football, not one team is going to like stand out. And you're going to end up with a 10-win team or a 9-win team on the outside looking in. Like, the whole division could have a winning record, but they're all going to be within a game or two or three of each other. So I think the Raiders could win the division at 11-6. Like, and the Chiefs could be all the way out of it at 10-7. Like, especially if we beat them and have the tiebreakers, like, I'm telling you, there's a very real world where this division is going to be an absolute logjam. It's going to be crazy.
I got to go over my numbers again, but again, I probably did have them at 10-7, but I'm agreeing with you more, so I probably made a mistake in there somewhere. I got them at 11-6, but last year the team made the playoffs at 10-6 in the like 5th or 6th position, so that's pretty decent. And it could happen again this year. What are your thoughts, real quickly? We'll end it here on the experts ranking the Chargers ahead of the Raiders in almost every category. And I don't know the numbers statistically, but they're probably like the 17th or 18th best team in the league, and the Raiders are like 23 or 24, and we beat them. What are your thoughts on that?
There are three certainties in life, Mikey. One of them is that we're all going to meet our maker. We're going to pay the government. We're going to pay Uncle Sam his share. And the sports media is going to overhype the Chargers in the offseason. It happens every freaking year. It's the most clown-ass reporting, and I never will understand it. You could go back all the way. I've been a football fan for a long time.